The way I'm ranking players is, the best guy on my team.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I taking as the best guy on my team? And even though Draymond Green, I think he's an amazing defensive, he's an amazing complementary piece, and I can't dispute that. Melo, as the main guy, as the leader of my crew, is hands down. I have to go with him more than Draymond Green every single time, because when push comes to shove, you need a reliable score, and Carmelo Anthony is that, especially in the postseason. That's very, very important. I mean, yeah, your defense could lead you to a title, but there's only a few times when we've seen that in NBA history where that's really happened, and that was the Detroit Pistons. Um, Maybe the San Antonio Spurs, but they even had like Tim Duncan who could bail you out sometimes. I don't think Draymond Green, as the best guy, has the capability of bailing a team out in late game situations or postseason situations.
That's why I can't really jump into this conversation because I don't understand how Mars you clearly Draymond is a role player and
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo Anthony is not.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's apples and oranges. I don't know how you can just so easily compare the two.
No, it's easy.
I mean, it's not like it's. I'm not saying Carmelo scores better, Draymond plays defense better. I'm not doing it like what do they do better than each
No,
other.
but
I'm
you're
looking.
talking about impact. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
because
like,
the way
the
the way
impact
I
of a
look at
role player is
yeah,
completely different than the impact of
I
a
agree.
of
But
a.
the way I look at it, because I try to look at it this way. If I have a player like a Carmelo, and he's the best player on my team, do
Mhm.
I think my team has any shot of winning a
No,
championship?
I understand your logic
No.
100%.
And
I
then
just don't.
if I put him as the second best player on the team, do I think we have a chance of winning a championship? Yes. I also think Draymond Green is the second best player on the team, has a chance of winning a championship. So even though Carmelo can do more as the number one guy, he's not going to bring me to a championship. So I don't really
Oh,
value that
So
much.
that's where
okay,
I
okay,
disagree. Wait, hold up,
wait.
yo.
Okay,
That's
so
what.
so Draymond Green as the second best. So who needs to be his first in order for them to win a championship?
I mean, it's been Steph Curry.
Oh, Jesus Christ! This is where I disagree. You saying that Melo, like, come on, son. Like, this is where I disagree because you're saying Melo can't lead the championship, but let's be real. He pushed that Lakers team to a game 7, the Lakers team that won the championship. And let's say if they did win and beat that Lakers team, they're beating the Orlando Magic. So if they win the championship that year, that kills your whole argument on him not being able to win as a
I
one.
personally believe they had no chance of winning a championship in
How is
Denver.
that no? How is game 7 no chance, Mars?
Just because you went to a game 7, which I
I
didn't
would
know
say
actually
that's
went
a
to set.
chance.
That's a
I
chance.
would
That's no
I
chance.
didn't
That's
know
a
it went to
chance.
game.
I
I
would
didn't know
even
it went to
go
game
as
seven. I
far.
thought the series was over in 6. I agree. I agree that you can lose a close series even if you get swept and the games are close and you can have a chance to win the series. I don't think Denver had a shot of beating the Lakers and Orlando back to back in the playoffs. I don't think they were a championship team. I don't think they were going to win a championship. And I'm pretty sure the series went to
It
six
was
games
six.
against
It
LA.
was six.
But that doesn't really change the premise of my argument. I just don't think that Denver team with Chauncey and Melo was going to win a championship. I think they were a good team. I think conference finals runs were like if they stayed together, that was a feasible way for them to keep going into the future. But in terms of winning a championship, I don't think they would ever go over that hump. And that's me personally.
I
But
mean, listen, they damn near did it in 2009, which is why I say to sit here and say that there's no chance as Melo as one is just kind of irresponsible, especially when he was going up against a guy who's in a lot of people's eyes top 10 player of all time with a great Lakers team in the Phil Jackson, and he was the main catalyst on why that series was so
I mean,
close. So
that's what happens. In order to win as a one, you have to end up beating some of these guys who are top 10 all time, top 15 all time. That's what you have to do to win as a number one player on a team.
but what has Draymond Green shown you?
I said he can't win as a number one player on the team. I've perfectly
But
admitted that.
who would
I'm not
come close?
dumb.
Who would be close as a number one?
Carmelo would. Draymond Green is the best
And
player on the
and is it
best
even
offensive.
close?
Draymond Green is the best offensive player on the team. Wouldn't win more than 15 games in a season. I think you
Okay,
could build a team where Draymond Green is the best player, but there's still a better scorer on the team. I think Draymond Green can be the best player on the team and not the best scorer or offensive player.
now when we
But I
do it
still
like
don't think
this,
he's winning a championship doing that.
the gap between the first option between Melo and Draymond
Hmm.
is nowhere near each other, correct?
Yes.
Is the gap close to each other with
Yes.
them as both being
Hmm.
is the gap close to each other as
Yes.
both being the third option? So by
Yes.
that logic, I still don't understand how Melo's better. If one guy clearly
Draymond.
clears everything else besides
Hmm.
that second and third option, when it's his hand is really
Because
this
if you
close.
because the way I like I said, the way I judge it, if as a number one you can't get me to the finish line, I don't really value what you can do for me as a number one. me personally. I value how you can help me win a championship. And if you can't help me win a championship as a number one, I'm going to look at how you can help me win a championship as a number two, as a number three, as a number four, whatever the case may be. And as a number two, as a number three, as a number four, everything down to number 15, I'm taking Draymond Green over Melo. And that's the only situations where I think either one of them can win. So I'm going to take Draymond Green because of that.
Do you think that portability is important?
Portability is very important.
What do you mean
Damn.
portability?
Able to fit with different teams, different teammates, different
Schemes.
like
Ones,
schemes and
first,
stuff like that.
third options. You feel me?
Yeah, 100%.
Who would you say is more portable, Melo or Draymond Green?
Draymond Green.
Draymond.
More portable?
Because I think, like I've said about Melo's game, I think Melo's game doesn't fit with a lot of different people based on how he plays. I think he fits next to a great playmaker like a Chauncey Billups. I think he fits. I don't think he fits on defensive units because of his defensive liabilities. I don't think if you put him in a ball handling, a primary playmaking situation, I don't think he fits in that either. But I think if you put him in a perfect situation where he's mainly focused on just being a scorer and you have other people to do the stuff he can't do, I think that's cool. But I think Draymond Green can do other things. I think if you need a primary passer, facilitator, Draymond Green can do that. You need someone to anchor a defense, Draymond Green can do that. He can fit in any defensive scheme that exists.
Here's how you have to look. Here's how you have to look at it. Jamar's Hall said Melo doesn't work with other stars. Here's how you have to look at it: is actually Melo wouldn't work well with another primary scorer. So when you're looking at Draymond and Carmelo, and I still think Carmelo Anthony is a better basketball player than Draymond, but I agree that he has more to his game where he can go play a role better than Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony's not, I don't look at him like a role player. Obviously now, because he's on the down side of his career, he's going to have to play a role like he has these last few years. But to Mars's point, you can fit Draymond Green anywhere because everyone needs someone to facilitate. If you don't need a facilitator, everyone needs someone who can play defense. You don't necessarily need to bolster up your defense. Everyone needs somebody who can rebound the basketball. Carmelo Anthony's more on the offensive side of the ball. And when you don't need offense and you're bringing Melo in, what can he do for you besides bolster up your offense?